Ladies and greenies, here we've got one that might not show up on the up against the green screen here. So yes, the Les Paul Flood, very exclusive, very limited indeed. Let's have a listen, then we'll have a look. Tell you what I can. And surely it is pick-up time, so let's start with the 498T in the bridge. Whoa, and into the centre position. Onto the neck. And starting with the bridge again, there's no push-pull stuff on this, it's just everything flat out. So that was the bridge into the centre. And onto the neck. Super duper. Let's have a jolly good look round. So the Gibson Flood, and made to commemorate the natural disaster that occurred, I think it was May the 1st and the 2nd, 2010 in Nashville, Tennessee, where they had rainfall of what is described as only biblical proportions, and they lost almost all of the stock, all of the machinery, and most importantly, or most relevantly, the paint shop. So barrels and barrels of paint were overturned, and when they started getting rid of all the excess water, the stain that was left on the floor from where the paint had mixed with water and other materials, it left this flood pattern. So Gibson, not being the type of company to miss a trick, decided to, yeah, why not, eh? Let's copy the floor. Now, I suppose quite sensibly, they only did these in green and blue, which are, of course, very, very much watery colours. Although I seem to think I'd seen a gold one somewhere. And also, interestingly, in 2021, they produced a custom shop commemorative blue flood guitar with all the whistles and bells, the split down and all that kind of thing. But I've got to tell you, I like the look of the studio better because it's not obscured or distracted by any of the binding or all the other fancy stuff that goes on. So let's have a look at the spectrum. So we know about the paintwork. We know where that's come from now. So yes, the headstock is matched, and I don't know. Is it a veneer? Because if it is, it's pretty clever, isn't it? Because the paint absolutely matches in both areas. So this might not be a veneer. I can't feel anything. Anyway. However they did it, it's brilliant. Around the back, of course, you've got your serial number and Grover kidney beans, usual 17 degree thing. Oh, and I know I sound like a broken record, but it literally has not been played. I mean, this one really not at all. So all of the back is black. Nothing to see here. Not actually really nothing to see here apart from some fabulous gloss paint. This one's got new strings on because the strings that were on it had been on there since I assume 2011. It had been put in a case. Whether it was bought as an investment piece or not, I don't know, that's hard to say, but if it was, very wise. So it's come to me for recommissioning, and recommissioned it is, and oh my, it plays actually exactly as I expected it to play, but it looks, I wish you could see it in the flesh. Anyway, so now apparently it is a rosewood fingerboard, but it doesn't look rosewood to me. I mean, that looks for all the world like, if it is rosewood, it's the darkest rosewood in the world, because that does look like ebony. Certainly you have acrylic trapezoid inlays there on your 22 fret board, toggle switch in the usual place, exhaust pipe in the usual place. Your humbuckers are a 490R in the neck and 498T, which is popping out the best part of 14, which is excellent. I mean, it's good even for one of those. But let's face it, it's the finish, isn't it? You know, it's the finish. That's the jewel in this one's crown. And I suppose that it could divide opinions, but certainly I'm right on board with this. It is absolutely glorious, and I hope that you can see it. We'll try it against the black t-shirt. I do hope that you can see it okay. Yeah, and so these did come with a proper hard shell case, whereas most studios didn't, but these certainly did, and the OHSC is present with this. It's a It's a new guitar. This is proper time warp. So, with all that said, I shall thank you all ever so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Adios, amigos. Ta-ra.